Breaking news, breaking news. There are two critical, important news that I will be discussing and analyzing. The first one is the Kano State governor has declared a compulsory 2 weeks salary break for all schools. I mean, 2 weeks compulsory salary break for all schools in Kano State. And the other news, I made a post about Zamfara where we talked that the Fulanis, they did not join the Vigilante group that was created by the state governor. That those that joined were strictly Hausa in the past. And now we are told that the Nigerian Army have mistakenly bombed the Vigilantes while they were in operation just some hours ago. I mean, let me start with this issue of Vigilante group. It is suspicious because for me, if a witch cries yesterday and today the child dies, we know that that witch is paid. We have been told that the Vigilante groups in Zamfara have been decimating, unaliving, and it has even got to a point that the populations of the Fulani bandits in Zamfara has drastically reduced. When last did you hear of any Fulani headers, any Fulani terrorists attacking people in Zamfara? When last did you hear about this? But what we are just told now is the military has mistakenly bombed them. I hope it is not what I'm thinking. I don't want to say it, but I hope it is not what I am thinking. Because you mean you could not differentiate with the vigilantes who are government approved, who would have had at least maybe a ribbon. If they don't even have a uniform, they will wear a ribbon on their arm, right? Maybe like a captain band, maybe like a red band, whatever band. And I'm sure they will be aware because the government gave them the approval through the federal government license, and now you have bombed them. And the people who are trying to kill people, who are the real Fulani bandits, who are the marauders, those ones are still alive. And the Nigerian Army is apologizing. It is now becoming a pattern that needs to be questioned. It is becoming a pattern that needs to be questioned. The last time when Kano State, when we had similar issue that they said a drone was mistakenly bombed people who were celebrating Salah. The same thing happened this time last year. Why? The bandits were around that vicinity and the Nigerian Army went to bomb some people who were celebrating Salah, and the Nigerian Army came out. They said that it was a mistake. We even got to a point that the Northerners were blaming Tinubu that why didn't Tinubu visit Kaduna? Because that time we saw Tinubu, I think Tinubu traveled out or so, he went to Paris, his usual tour that he used to tour up and down. In fact, I don't even think Shetima went. So this issue, it is becoming a serious issue that bandits will not be bombed. Those that are trying to, repel the bandits, these are community men and women who have decided to join a vigilante group. The same vigilante group that these members came out to say that no one single Fulani wants to join the vigilante group. And in just less than 6 months, there is a mistake that has happened from the Nigerian Army quarters using a jet, no any form of intelligence, no any level of professionalism, nothing, just anyhowness. When I don't go bomb people with I don't die. So this is indicative that imagine we have the state police now. Imagine. So it simply means that the state police of Oyo State, like the Amotekun and co, when they begin to wield AK-47, right, and they begin to repel every terrorist, the Nigerian Army are telling us that there will be a tendency that they will mistakenly bomb Amotekun, God forbid. So that's what they are telling us. That there is a tendency that they will go and bomb the Eastern Security Network if the federal government eventually, approves of them, even if they are in uniform. Hey, no, so now anything, hey, wahala. And to this very day, the Nigerian Army have not mistakenly bombed Bello Turuji. Bello Turuji, that we saw his video the other time, said that the Igbos will come from Enugu, that they will come from Imo to come and kill them, that they will begin to wage war against the Southeasterners. Bello Turuji made a video about that, I think about last week or so, if I'm not mistaken, last week or 2 weeks ago. The Nigerian Army has not been able to mistakenly go into the forest, launch a bomb that will mistakenly kill Bello Turuji. But now just these guys, these men who are doing everything just to protect their family from the marauding Fulani herders, from the Fulani bandits, and the bomb just located them and then it fired them. Hey, this is serious. Let me go to the other matter of the day. In Kano State, Abagida has given an order that whether you are a missionary school, it doesn't care, as long as you are domicile, you have your brick and mortar in Kano State, you have to close your school for 2 weeks. I mean, of what benefit? Why should people stay at home for 2 weeks? Young children who are supposed to go to school to learn, study, acquire knowledge. So because they want to celebrate Salah, that is next week Friday, the federal government didn't even do more than 2 days. Friday and Monday is a public holiday. You as a state has now said they should take 2 weeks. If these schools now decide that we don't want to do more than 2 weeks, if they say that they don't want to do more than 2 weeks, you will go and close them down. That they need to respect the state rules, right? That they need to respect the state rules. I mean, this is absurdity. In a situation whereby I am a Christian, why should I be affected because you want to celebrate? I mean, will the state governor of Kano State do the same thing for Christmas? Will they? Will they do the same? Will they? They're going to tell you, say this is, if any Christian school now decides to flaunt that order and say that no, my own children will not spend more than 2 days, Friday, Monday, and at least by 10 they should be back in school. I cannot afford that for the whole of June. My children, because Abba, no, what would they be doing at home? I want them to go back to school. I am telling you that the so-called Israel police will go there and close that school. A school that is not practicing Sharia, they will go and close it. Because the standing order Abba Gida gave is clear. He said, lock all schools for 2 weeks, let everybody go and celebrate Salah. I have always said, let us just know where we are in this country. Let us stop the hypocrisy. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Yes. If I am a parent, I know it costs me more to have my kids at home during vacation. Yes, I know it costs me more. It affects my movement. It affects my daily planning. Now, I am not even in that period that they will be on a break, because they just came back from a break and all of a sudden they want to celebrate big Salah. They are declaring 2 weeks. It has never happened before. The last time during Ramadan, that was how they said for a whole month, no student should go to school. All schools, whether Christian, whether traditional, all schools inclusive, nobody should open. If you dare, you will be locked down, shut down in a country that will say we are practicing constitutional democracy. This one will be the constitutional democracy, but constitutional hypocrisy. Where the Sultanas, where the Christians, where the non-Muslims are always being stepped on at every goddamn time. This is a governor trampling, abusing every other people's human rights. As a Christian, if I am living in Kano State, I should have my own right to go to school. I shouldn't be forced that my school must not operate because they are celebrating. I don't understand. To what? To what need? To what purpose? Let me know what productivity would. Oh God. You see, when we used to tell them, when we used to say that, the North can afford it. Now they not be them they work now. Now we when they saw they work like elephants, we they chop like ants. He knows that well, if the schools do not operate, teachers do not go to school. At the end of the month, oil that they sell from the Niger Delta basin down into the south, from the Bonny Island, even to Ondo Creeks. That when they sell the oil, they will share it. They will have their own share, so it doesn't matter. Let me tell you, the North can afford to go for 6 months no work, and they will be paying their workers because they know that they are being fed by the people of the South. It is clear. Is that not why why would a governor come out? Because I've never heard it before. So they will have 2 weeks holiday for Salah. By third term, they will have another 1 full month. They will still have midterm break. Hey, this is serious. This is alarming. This is they're not pushing people into unproductiveness, into laziness, trying to use religion to blind the people. That is the agenda. It is a clean agenda. And anybody who tries to rise now and say that no, they will just evoke and release the Isba police. Oh yeah, go and close that place down. It's funny that the federal government of Nigeria will always look away when it comes to this shenanigans about the North. It's funny. And it is unfortunate that the vigilante people who were doing everything to repel the Fulani bandits in the Zamfara have now been mistakenly, as they wrote it, mistakenly killed by the Nigerian military jets. Now God knows who is who. Bye for now.
Fulani elders did this. So yesterday, Benue youths who have decided to rise against the storm, face their fears, captured one of the Fulani elders that attacked them. But to my surprise, I never knew the Fulani elders had mothers. I never knew. This Fulani elder that was captured yesterday begged that I beg before una pay me, because I know say na pay una go pay me. Allow me to call my mother in the village in Zamfara, that I am sorry, she should forgive me. So indeed, even the devil has conscience. Indeed, even the evil that we are so much afraid of has human feelings, right? These are people within the period of 2 years under Tinubu. The Fulani elders have been able to buy nothing less than 12,000 people, specifically between the axis of Benue and Plateau State. In fact, it has gotten to a point that the Nigerian government has come out openly to confess that we do not have the capacity, we do not have the intelligence to hold these people down, right? We have seen the tour of TV in Benue who has come out that all Fulani elders must be what? Extradited. We saw in that interview, which I'm going to show to you in a couple of minutes, that the tour of TV challenged the Fulani Mieti Allah guy who came out and said that we, the Fulani elders, are not totally bad. We just have some few elements. This one now, we then capture. They don't capture and block us. Boom! Is begging the youth, like, I beg, please, let me call my mother. At least before you buy me. Before this guy went for the attack, whom I am sure, if he has been succeeding in this series of attacks, he would have been sending proxies back home. I am goddamn sure. I am sure he has wife. I am sure he has children. I am sure he has family members and friends, right? And his mom, if he knows that he has the phone number of his mother, I am sure he would have been engaging his mom. I am sure he would have been sending proceeds. This is not even stealing. This is banditry, terrorism. They go into people's villages. People will be in their sleep. They will buy them like chickens, take their farmlands, rape their women. Right now, listen. The Benue youth, I am proud of you. Yes, I cannot say how you take this. I don't know if you should hand over this Fulani headsman to the police. I don't know if you hand them over to the soldiers. But what we know is the antecedents of the Nigerian Army on how they treat these herdsmen, these Fulani terrorist herdsmen, has not been in any way encouraging. These are not my words. These are things that we know, we see, we observe. A campaign was started by the former Fulani president. Buhari said, let us stop the killings of the Fulani bandits. Let us capture them, use our federal money, build a house, a whatever they call it, rehabilitation camp, rehabilitate them. When we ask them, have you have a change of mind? After like 6 months, we ask them, Ogashe, you don't change. You don't go kill again. All he has is, I don't change. Oh, my hands are clean. I have stopped. Have you seen a lion that has tasted blood and that would never want to kill again? That's my question to you, the Benue youths. So the camp was created, and anytime they capture a Fulani bandits, herdsmen, terrorists, they take them into that camp, rehabilitate them 6 to 1 year. They give them what we call agricultural what? Maybe they call it agricultural seed plants and 100,000 token as a what? As a capital seed or seed capital, whatever word it is used. Then they let them go. I can go on and on and on. Was it not the last time that I made a program that a man who was captured in the Abuja Kaduna train attack, that he was captured and he was in the kidnappers' dens, which are the Fulani herdsmen, for nothing less than 3 to 4 months, that to his surprise, 2 years later, he went to pray in a mosque in Abuja. That it was, in fact, the leader of the kidnappers that was leading the prayer session. And he saw the guy saw him and he recognized that, hey, what did they do for you? He said, well, I am a changed man. You know, the federal government, in their magnanimity and benevolence, and so forgiving to us because we are Nigerians, and not just Nigerians, we own Nigeria. Or do you want to dispute that? Do you want to argue that? I mean, we know those that control the politics, and whoever control the politics of any society owns the country. Who are those that decide who become the leader? If Tinubu wants to become the next president, we know he will go and beg the Babangidas